Anytime we are evaluating anything, we are in the mind. Why? Because the heart just knows. It does not need this process of evaluation. It knows. I pause here to work through some of my own fear as it arises. I will work through it from heart space so you can see it done. The fear that arises comes from mind, of course. There is absolutely no fear in heart. It is an oxymoron. So, I acknowledge that its origin is mind and go on. As I look at it, remember, we are not brainless here in heart space. I see that it is based in my discomfort with this new thing, the announcing where this train is going before it has even left the station. By that, I mean how odd it is that these journals have been titled and been put into a series of some sort without my mind even being involved. I am truly in heart as I write these things, as they flow through me. I am not thinking at all or editing what comes through. I am just flowing. To see this bit of apparent precognition appear is a bit spooky. It has the flavor of mind to it, and I find some discomfort with that. There is the temptation to go back and review, you see. Mind keeps wanting to backtrack and make sure the words are tracking with the titles, that it makes sense. And this is a hoot, really, and I kind of laugh because my mind knows better than that. This is not and will not again become a mind thing. Heart rules in my book, and that is how I have set my intent and how my will is trained to set my course. Yes, there is something even higher than will. There is an I over even that, but let's not go there now. Let's stay on track. Spirit will show me when to go there. So, I look at my discomfort. I do not run from it, first of all. Next, I observe, and that is how I see the mind in action there, how I notice mind wanting to go back and retrace its steps to be sure it is making sense. Here is an interesting tidbit. Mind is unengaged, you see, and so it is not keeping track. That may be strange to most of you, but my mind is not steering this course. I know I have said that, but how can it make sense if you have not experienced it? So I will explain. Don't get too used to this, though. I'm not much of one for explaining, for most explanation comes from mind. Follow this one vibrationally, though, and you will see that it comes from heart. There is a heart wisdom that one will access if one follows this track. Okay, so mind is uncomfortable, mostly because it sees something it can identify with, which is a title. That's an idea. It believes that because there is a title, it must be in charge here and make sure the text flows logically and it follows the title. So it wants to go back and check. It needs to check, you see, because it has been unengaged during the writing. It has been in neutral and not running the show. Thus, it is just along for the ride. Again, mind is not writing this. But to get a deeper understanding, you must know what it is like to be completely in the now moment. To do that, you disengage and disconnect from both the future and the past. Well, the writing is in the past. Do you see? You disengage as soon as the words are written, because you are there in the midst of the next words that are arising. Only some will see, I know, but I guess I write for those. Some may come back a bit later and listen again. Perhaps they will gain further clarity. Perhaps they won't. Mine would like to think it is just a matter of studying, of the going over it, but it is not at all. It is a matter of listening from the heart. You will be so surprised, my friend, once you can fully enter into heart space, just how much sense is hidden within these words. I cannot take you there, you see, for it is a place and a space one must enter individually. And it is a challenge, I will not deny that. But it is only a challenge initially. Do trust that as things constantly change, that this becomes much easier. It is not with time or with work that it becomes easier, though these will be applied. No, it is different. Interesting. My light just went out over there. How to express the difference in this kingdom of heart? I know not. So, I just put all trust in Source to provide and continue on. May I suggest the same for you? Thank you. See you in part 4, if you like.